Today on Clegg's Adventures.
Oh, it's a nice one. Look, check it out. Chris, what the heck? We got a nice one. We got a nice one. Look, right here in the gravel. I got something else right over here. Look at this. We're playing it again. It's time for Artifact Treasure Bingo. Now we got everything here on the bingo board that we normally find. Pottery shards, scrapers, arrowheads, bottles, along with some stuff that we don't normally find. So let's get started, see if we can get ourselves a bingo. Let's get moving. Gee, money, Christmas. What the heck was that? I have something right here. Don't ask me why I'm whispering. When you find a point, you always gotta whisper. Like you gotta sneak up on it, right? Right here, by what looks to be this Nestle Quick bottle, can you see this right down here? All right, let's pick it up. All right, man. Looks like a little Adena stem point. Check it out. It's all there, and I think we have a point like that on the bingo board. Go check it out. Check the bingo board. It's a dart point, and we have dart point on the bingo board. Under the O, dart point. We got something else. And I know this is on the bingo board. If it's what I think it is. And it sure looks like it. Sure looks like it. Right here. Can you see it? Let's pick it up. That's what it is. It's a musket ball. And you can tell how old it is just by all that white corrosion all over it. That's been laying here a long time. It's got a flat place on it. That's just where they nicked it off when they made it. I don't think it was even fired. It's a dropped musket, but I know that is on the bingo board. Under the B, musket bullet. There's a lot of old bottles wash out of this bank here. And a lot of these. Mason jar cap. I know that that's on the bingo board. Under the G, mason jar lid. It's getting warm out here. It's supposed to be mid-80s today, but at least that's not mid-90s like the last time. We're gonna head up to another beach, and I know a better place. Come on. I got one over here in these gravels. I marked it here. Here it is. X marks the spot. I had a hard time seeing this one. It's kind of camouflage. It's blended in real good, and I can see it looks like it's chipped on the base. But check this out. See if you see it in the gravel. It's just here. Yes, it is busted. It's got a little chip out of the base. Oh, but that ain't bad. That ain't bad. I may be able to restore it for the display. Very nice one. Very well made, very well made. It looks like a Jack's Reef corner notch. I can kind of see an angle on this blade right there. If you could see that. Would have been a dart point, another dart point in a sharpened way down. But let's check the bingo board. I don't know if I put that on the bingo board. Under the O, broken dart point. Getting a couple under the O there, a couple under the O. Let's head out to the next place. I got another one. Look here, we're on a different beach. A lot of gravel on this beach. It's everywhere. You find stuff in this gravel. Look at this. And I think it's Coshocton flint from Ohio, because I can see some white streaks in this black flint. Check it out. It's right here. Let's pick it up. Just a flake. It's a scraper. You can see these are usually made on a flake, unifaced on the back flat, and then worked around it's usually around the top edge. This one is also, but this one's very cool. Now this side right here is not worked. This is just beat up, running around in this gravel. But from right there all the way around to here, you can see that fine edge work on there. Probably just like a thumb scraper. I don't know how they would have hafted that. Maybe hafted in an antler or a stick, or just used with the hand to scrape like this, maybe curing hides or something. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Nice little scraper. But I got something else right over here. Look at this. Now it's nothing great, but it's on the bingo board. A golf ball. It's all faded on the top where the sun been hitting it. Under the N, scraper. Under the I, golf ball. We're gonna get this bingo. I can see it coming. Maybe. I got something right here. It's nice, it looks like. I can see one nice piece to it. See if you can see this one. See what I'm looking at? It's just here. Oh, it's a nice one. Let me get in the sun here. It's a hematite paint stone. You can see that it's rubbed on every side, clear down to the iron. Look at that. They have rubbed that and rubbed that, trying to get that pigment out to make paint. Now a lot of these are stylized. A lot of these were made into tools. I found chisels made of this. This one I assume was just used for paint until they couldn't get any more pigment out of it. Waves are hitting. That is a very nice one. Now this is not broken right here. This is the outer cortex of hematite. It's naturally like that, all like wrinkled up and stuff, you know. That is a really nice one right there. Look at the facets on that. And I think we got hematite stone on the bingo board. Under the N, worked hematite. I got something laying flat out right here. Check this out. Let me know if you see this artifact. I'll scan the ground over. You can't miss it. It's just here. Nice nutting stone. Now it's broken off. You can see where it would have had more holes in it. Right there's a nice one though. Check that out. Nice deep hole in that. It's all broken. It's just a corner piece of a larger nutting stone. Probably had a lot of holes in it. Now what these are for, anybody's guess. It's all theory, but what I think it was for, was when they were knapping points, they used antler billets, stones and antler billets, and they would get chipped up on the end. I think they stuck them down in there and dressed them up. Why there's so many holes, I don't know. It's all theory, but that's a nice one. And guess what? Dang bee. We got us a square on the bingo board for that. Under the G, nutting stone. And a rubber ducky. Now, we got kid's toy on here. Is that a kid's toy? We're gonna have to go to the judges on this one. What do you say, judges? All right. Under the eye, kid's toy. We're closing in on that bingo. We got a nice one, we got a nice one. Look, right here in the gravel. This looks old. Might have a little chipping to it. Tell me if you see that. It's just here. Oh, don't drop it. It looks like a big sandy that's been sharpened way down. Look at that. Now, there's two different colors of flint in here, and you can see where it has broken on the tip right there, along the side of the tip, where that flint changed colors. A lot harder flint here, a little bit gritty flint down here, but looks to me like a sharpened down big sandy. Very nice, very nice. And this would have been a dart point thrown with an atlatl, not an arrowhead, a dart point. Now we have broken point on the bingo board right here. Can we use that for our broken point? What do you say, judges, on that broken point? All right. Under the B, broken point. Wasn't that broken, but still had a little chip out of it. We got something right here. Now, it's nothing great or anything, but it's on the bingo board. Tell me if you see it. This is going to be hard to spot. Do you see it? It's just here. A deer almost stepped on it right there. It's a small piece of pottery. Just a small shard of ancient pottery. And you can see all these holes in it. That's where they would have tempered it with shell, and the shell has just dissolved away and left those voids in there. Very small piece, nothing great, but under the O, pottery shard. We're gonna get us a bingo there. We got 3 on that line, 3 in this line. We got 3 in several lines. We're heading in on that bingo. I had to get the camera. We got another one laying flat out in the gravel down here. I can see the tip on it, but I didn't know if it's... I marked with a stick. Where are we at? Here we are. I don't know if it's a tip or if it's a little bird point or what. I'm gonna scan this over and you let me know if you see it. It's just here. It's all there. It's a sharpened down, what looks to be a dart point. No telling what this is, it's so sharpened down. But you can see the notching in the side of it there, in the bottom of it. Thinned on the base. Just a local chert, made out of just a local chert here. It's all there. It's all sharpened down. Not the best point, but it's a point. Now, a lot of people would call this a bird point or an arrow point shot with a bow, but it is not. It is just sharpened down really far. It would have been a dart point. Now, I'm not saying, now you figure this. This is the theory I have. You can walk the river and you find points from thousands of years ago. They may have put that on an arrow. It may have been shot on a dart, lost, reworked by a later culture thousands of years later, put it on an arrow, and then lost again. I mean, that's a theory. That's a theory, but I'm sure it happened. I'm sure it happened. All the newer cultures were saying, man, that's old. Wonder how, there's no way they knew how old it was, but they knew it came from before because they didn't make them like that anymore. Unfortunately, we don't have regular dart point on the bingo board. But we have amazing artifact right here. I know it ain't amazing, but we could go to the judges and try it. Judges, what do you say on that? Amazing artifact? Well. Here's a few things I didn't show because they were already on the bingo board. We already scored that square. Got some broken points here. That one there's busted on the top. This one's shattered on the back side. A couple more faceted hematite stones that weren't bad. That one right there is very small. They held on to that till they couldn't hold it anymore. And I'm not sure on that big piece. Looks like maybe a broken base, crude base off of something. We're still looking. We're still looking. We walked about 20 feet. We got something else. Look over here. Right in the gravel, these boat waves, when this water stays low and keeps rinsing in the same area, it cleans a lot of this beach off. Look at this. Now I'll scan it over for you. You tell me if you see it. It's like going out and hunting for yourself. Do you see it? It's just here. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's got a chip out of it. It's a triangle. This is a true bow and arrow point. This would have shot on an arrow with a bow, but it has some damage at the base. The corner is tipped off of it. That's not a bad point. That's not a bad point. Under the O, broken arrow point. We're closing in on that bingo and that O section. We could find that marble. Find marbles every other time. You need one, can't get a bingo. Got one here. It's looks like a stem point. I don't know if it's all there or not. The top might be tipped off of it. Do you see it? It's just here. It has hit something when it's been fired. Oh, check this out. It's got a bevel to it. You can see how it's all worked down that edge right there to lay it back to that side. It's got a bevel, or would have had a nice bevel to it. But you can also see where it has hit something hard, maybe a bone, and taken a long flute down the front of that right there. I'm not sure on the type of that, but because it's sharpened down, we'll have to look that one up. Stem point with a bevel. And it's been resharpened plenty of times. Now, I don't know about this. We got arrowhead with a bevel right there with a square. But being a dart point is not a true arrowhead. We're gonna have to go to judges on this one. What do you say, judges? Right on! Under the N. Arrowhead with bevel. What a heartbreaker. I just picked this up. It was sticking in the ground like that. I thought it was a serrated triangle at first, but it is not. It looks like a broken half to a broken bottom corner to a knife. This probably would have been the base, and then it would have went up like that. It's hard to tell how big that would have been. Looks like the bottom left corner of a blade or something. Snapped right off there. Made from a local chert, black. Usually that's what you find, black, gray, or tan around here. Now the cobbles on the river, they're usually not very big. You can find them maybe softball size, but that's about it around here. But they're always super high quality. Always. Most of this flint was carried in from central Ohio, southern Ohio. But a lot of it, the newer cultures could use this local cherts for small points. They didn't have to have big giant atlatl dart points. You could probably get a point out of that one. I should have put broken knife on the bingo board. I think we got us another bingo square here. Check this out. I don't know if it's a little vase or what. Got a hole in it. It's not dirty, it's dry. Looks like a little salt shaker, pepper shaker. See where it's got a worn place in the side. Looks like it's made out of pewter. It's real heavy. Cool. I think we got us a bingo square for that. Now we got vintage dinnerware on the bingo board. So we're gonna have to go to judges. I know it's not a plate or a cup or dish. We're gonna have to go to judges on this one. But judges, before you seal the deal, make your decision, just to know I did find a silver plated antique fork here too, to kind of seal the deal. What do you say, judges? Come on. Right on. Under the Eye, vintage dinnerware. Okay, we got something down here. Laying flat out, you can't miss it. Where is it? Here it is. I'm gonna scan this over. You let me know if you see it. A little hint, it's in the water. It's just here. I thought it was a little knife, but it looks like it's an unfinished point or a little blade. A preform. That's on the bingo board. Under the B, preform. Unfortunately, we're running out of time. We weren't able to get a bingo this time, but you can't win them all. We'll catch you on the next one.